Hey everyone, Forex here. It's time for another channel update. I know that I've already made quite a lot of them for the disproportionately small amount of other videos over here, but every now and then I just want to tell you about something related to the channel, so that those of you who care about this place can stay informed. This time I also have a decent topic to talk about. So there have been some changes, more or less in the background. I was trying to do most of the work behind the videos, so you can still watch without any problems. And one of the most visible changes is my change of website for the text pastes that I provide with every video that explains code. And I would also like to take a minute or two to properly explain how this whole thing works, because it was kinda added to the channel without me ever really explaining how it should work. Some tutorials that I make explain a command, series of commands, some scripting structure, or just scripting in general. I know that for all these tutorials having a bunch of examples is not just a good idea, it's necessary. Otherwise it wouldn't be a helpful tutorial. For example, when I talk about a command, I mentioned set damage command, I will give you an example of how the command itself works, and then an example of how it can be used with other commands for a more complex effect. And these examples often need quite a lot of space and certainly can't fit in a video description. So I used pastebin.com website to store this code and link to the individual pages in the video description. It's pretty easy to use website for both you and me, and it allows me to store the code in an easy to read and use form. Well, that did work for some time, until I reached the limit of private pastes for a normal user. Everyone gets 25 pastes that can be marked as private, and if you wish to get more you have to upgrade to some pro level, and that costs about $40 or something. And while I do have that money, I don't want to give away $40 just to be able to give you these few lines of code. That's just too much money, and I don't use that site all that much. And since I figured out that you probably aren't too keen on paying that for me, I mean, who would want to do that, I started searching for other websites that would offer me the same service but for lower costs. And I found a couple of them, compared them one to another, and selected Pastyco as the replacement site. It's also easy and simple to use and provides me with some statistics. I can access my own code easily and see what to focus on. Because of these statistics, I found out that many people are interested in custom music, and I made another mission example and added a few extra examples to the paste. I edited the info text function a while back because I saw that people watch the video about animated texts and actually want to see the code as well. So it's important for me to have access to some data about what you guys want and what you use the most, so I can go back on these things and update them with more useful data. You don't have to worry, I only have access to numbers and views per page, no other kinds of information about you. The Pastyco page works just fine for most of the viewers, but I also got some 3 or 4 comments saying that they can't load the site or that they are being redirected, and while yes, that's not many people and I could say the problem is on their side, I still want to make sure that everyone has access to my tutorials, and if there's something I can do about it, then I'll do it. In short, I went to another website, pastry.net, and copied all my pastes there. Then went to all my previous videos and added another link to the new site. The linked code is shown on a completely empty page, so there's nothing that could affect you viewing and using the code, unless the whole website is down, and at that point I can't really do anything about that. Pastry.net doesn't give me any info about how many people visit my page and doesn't really give me any benefits, so I'll keep it as a secondary source for you, while Pastyco gives me very simple and easy to read graphs and numbers about how many people are visiting and what they are reading, plus it gives me a little revenue. Well, I get about 1 cent every 2 or 3 days, so it's no massive amounts of money. I'm not trying to make cash by forcing you to click on ads or scam sites, nothing like that. If you feel like the ads are bothering you, click the alternative link to pastry.net and you will receive no ads whatsoever. Overall, I think that it's only fair to let you guys decide which site you want to see. I'll have links to both of them under my videos, so you can choose your favorite one, visit them both or none of them, it's really just your choice. Plus we have a backup if one of the sites decides not to work at any point in time. Yeah, feel free to tell me any opinions about this decision if you wish. I'm open to discussions on this, and if you'd rather have me use some other system, we can talk about that. Or any questions you might have, just ask. I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing for the channel. That's the big news. Other than that, I don't think I have much to talk about. The current plan is to try and keep making a video per week and release it on weekends. I think that works pretty well, although I might have to make a few pauses here and there just because each video I make takes me loads of time and I got many things to do, so it doesn't always work out. Plans for the near future? I don't have a set goal or anything, but I'll probably keep talking more about scripts and some of the aspects of scripting. It's a big and broad topic, so there may be more videos about that. I also have an idea for another mission for you, because the last one was a lot of fun. And I don't know, I usually just think of a random topic, and if it's decent, I just go with it. As always, you can request a tutorial. I don't do everything, it has to be a good thing to talk about, but every now and then I make a tutorial based on a good question or suggestion. As always in these videos, I want to encourage you to just write anything you want to add to my rambling. If you have any questions regarding the channel, or you just want to know something about me, this is the place. Of course, you can write any comments and talk about anything under any of my videos, and I'll most probably read it and answer if necessary, but I just want to remind you that I'm still just one person behind the computer, and if there's anything you want to discuss with me, feel free to do so right now. This video has no topic anyway, so there are no bad questions, opinions or suggestions over here. Well, anyway, I think that's enough for now. See you next time.